Welcome to TRIPP. As humans, we're wired to seek that which is familiar, because that which is familiar feels safe. But sometimes this can trap us in situations or even ways of thinking that don't serve us. When this happens, it's possible to expand our edges beyond what we know and what feels comfortable. If we remain open to exploring alternative ways of being, we continue to expand and grow. This includes being open to other people who may not look or think or act like us. Remaining closed off prevents us from so many opportunities, experiences, and lessons. Let's take some time to open ourselves to the possibility of learning from people who are different from us. When we are surrounded by voices that are similar to ours, it can be a surprise to discover that there are other people who think very differently from us. Sometimes that difference can feel like a threat, simply because it's unfamiliar. But if we remember that the other person is still a human being who was once a child filled with the same innocence and joy that we once had, we can recognize that their perspective has been shaped by their life, just as our perspective has been shaped by ours. If we are willing to learn how and why they have developed their ways of thinking, we may discover more about our world and our place in it. We may even learn more about ourselves. Today we'll work on the counting breath exercise, which will help you clear your mind of extraneous thoughts. You'll breathe in deeply and then slowly exhale. At the end of your exhale, count 1. On the following exhale, count 2. On the third exhale, count 3. And then you'll count back to 1, breath by breath. Let's try it. Breathe in slowly and feel the breath fill down to your navel. Hold. Exhale slowly. And now count 1 and breathe in again. Your next exhale will be 2. And then 3, and back down to 1. If at any point you forget your number or get distracted, simply start over at 1. This exercise will help you clear your mind and remove distraction. When you are ready to move on, look into the light and we'll proceed. For some of us, there may be a sort of split in our minds. On the one hand, we want everyone on the planet to feel love and compassion with equal rights and access to resources. On the other hand, there may be some groups of people toward whom we feel great anger and even fear. It is difficult to live with such a split inside of us. In these situations, it may help to ask why we feel such anger and fear. Is it possible to understand where others are coming from and why they feel and think and act the way they do? When we ask questions like these, we become open to learning, discovery, and growth, and are no longer stuck in old, conditioned ways of thinking. Let's try the counting breath again. We'll count up to 3 and then back down to 1 by increments at the end of each exhale. Breathe in and feel the breath fill down to your navel. Hold it. Exhale slowly. Now count 1 and breathe in again. And with each new exhale, you'll increase your count up to 3. And then back down to 1. Once you've mastered counting up to 3 and back to 1, try a larger number. Look into the light when you're ready to move on. Just like any habit, we can practice being open to learning from and about others. We can become more comfortable with the unfamiliar, recognizing that there is more to appreciate than there is to fear. We are more alike than we are different. We all share a common humanity. Take this opportunity and set an intention to look for ways that will stretch your awareness and understanding. Seek out experiences and communities that offer alternative perspectives. And remember that when we begin from a place of desiring to understand, we create new possibilities for ourselves and for others on this planet. There is a rich diversity of life to discover and savor. Give yourself the gift of exploration and expansion.